Folks, last night the Warriors beat the Jazz as we should. The game was closer than it could have been in the fourth quarter with single digits, and the Warriors basically did an 11-3 run with the last 5 minutes, took it over and won. No Steph, no Dray, no Kuminga. So who's stepping up? Dennis is playing his best ball as a Warrior. He got hurt in the game and came back. We're going to show you the play. Brandin Podziemski, third game back from injury. Looks like he found his stroke. So that's going to be the focus of the video. Let's talk about Brandin. We have a quote from him in his press conference. We have Steve Kerr talking about Brandin. We're going to show you the stats. We're going to break down the game. But more than Brandin Podziemski, focus was not picked into the sophomore team for the Rising Stars in San Francisco. You know the dude is a dog. He talks about the mentality of being a killer, and that's going to motivate him to do really well this back half of the season. Fair enough. Sometimes when you're hurt, it gives you time to focus on yourself. It gives you time to focus on some of the mechanical stuff that you can't do when you're playing daily. It looks like he may be getting back to his rookie form. Randy Silver Warriors Digest. Let's fucking go. Ooh, I just cussed. Excuse me. Let's go, y'all. Warriors get the W. Tonight we play OKC. Hopefully Curry's back. He did not play last night because of a knee injury. He's got tendonitis. So let's show you a couple of the stuff before we get into BP. Of course, you got the box score below you. So DS came off the court. Kind of looked like he rolled his ankle, but really it was his knee. And we were scared, folks. We were scared. We thought it was going to be like he's out for a while. Look at that. Really can't put pressure. This was in the third quarter. Came back and played in the fourth, which is great. I'm not sure what they gave him, a quarter shot. They just hey, you're good. You know, sometimes you just twist your knee wrong and it feels good. And it doesn't feel good, and he came back. So it's great that he came back. We'll see how he does today. Maybe they give him a day off because, unfortunately, it could be a bit sore. For BP, look at that, folks. 9 threes back since he came back from injury. He was shooting 15% from three at one point. 15% from three. He hit the dagger three in the corner, plus 18 tonight. 26 and 6 stat line, 30 minutes. Exactly what we wanted to see early in the season. Why he really hasn't been starting. He hasn't been playing well. Steph Curry was supposed to play. Didn't because of the knee. Hopefully he does play against OKC. Will it make a difference? I don't know. Dennis, 23 points. Podziemski, 20 points. We're now 23 and 23 on the season. Back to 500. You have Thunder, Suns, Magic. The next 3 games. Magic are really hurt. Should be a W. They lost to Portland at home. Suns, that is a massive game for us, folks. And let's just dive into that really quickly. Let's go to NBA standings. We'll come back to the box score. Because again, folks, look at this. Suns are right there with us. They're a game above us in the win column. Again, this is before today. 2 games ahead of us in the loss column. We're both Pacific Division. You win that game, you're basically virtually tied. Between us and a playoff game, not play-in, 3 wins, 3 losses. Only 3 games separates us and the Clippers, who are top of the Pacific Division. Lakers are. And they're right there with them. This is not the end of season. If we can get healthy, get Kuminga back, get Dray back, get Steph healthier. He's got the thumb injury. He's got the knees. Slow-mo came back, which was good. There's opportunities for us here, folks. There's opportunities. It's not doom and gloom, but you are what your average says you are, and we're an average team. We're at 500. We have to start winning some of these games above teams. Look at Utah, 10-35. They played us to a single-digit game in the fourth. Not ideal. Not ideal. Podziemski, folks, as we mentioned, had himself a great game. 32 minutes off the bench. 6 for 6 from the free throw line, which is clutch. 20 points, plus 19. 6 assists, 7 rebounds. The biggest thing, 4 of 11 from 3. Not the most efficient, but he was going 0 of 6, 1 of 7. 4 threes, and that dagger 3 at the end was big. Dennis, 5 of 13 from 3. Finally finding his stroke a little bit. 23 points, 8 field goals. Buddy, not starting well. 1 of 7 from the field, 0 of 4. That start of the season's very far behind us, 2 points. Especially when Steph Curry is not playing, you need Buddy to score. Need Buddy to score. Looney, 11 rebounds off the bench, doing Looney things. We had the trade video yesterday about if you're going to go get a big man, Looney's probably the odd man out because he's on the expiring contract, and you do a big man for big man switch. Trayce Jackson-Davis, 6 minutes, 4 points, did not play. Now you look at Utah, they were missing some of their key players. Lauri Markkanen was not playing, the person that we tried to potentially get. Didn't go for it because of BP or Kuminga. But Colin Sexton, 30 points, 4 of 6 from 3. Other than him, really kept everybody else in check. So pretty good across the board. Waters, Curry, Spencer did not play. Waters, interesting. Maybe you didn't need his shooting today. Spencer and Curry with the injury. So Pods looking like he's playing really well, back to normal. Let's hear what his mindset's like.
I mean, part of it is you know what you put into the game, and you, through the early season struggles, it can wear on you mentally. But on the flip side of things, percentages are always going to balance out to where they should be. And I think I was shooting 15% at one point from 3. And I know that's not me. And so just keep doing what I'm doing and focusing on what I'm trying to do. And I know it's going to balance out in my favor at the end of the day because I put a lot of work into it. So I think I just try to stay the course with him, be consistent with my work habits.
I do agree that averages average out, but it was not looking good for him at the start of the season. Head coach Steve Kerr, thoughts?
And also, for being the youngest guy on the team, he tends to act like he's a vet. Is that something that just part of who he is and something you guys need?
Yeah, I think his swagger is part of what makes him who he is, and I think what we need is what you saw tonight: the energy, the passing, the connection. Long rebounds, loose balls. I thought he and Guy really came in and changed the game after that slow start that we had. And, both those guys really provide that energy and that connection that we need.
Steve Kerr talked about that slow start, folks. I was holding off to show it. If we do this against OKC, you're not going to come back and win. Against a good team, that's never going to happen. Slow start. Let me move my camera really quick so you can see this. Yeah, they're up 10 in the first quarter on our home court. And then we brought it back close. Tied at the first quarter, and that's a mental drain on Utah. And from there, we basically never gave up the lead. Halftime, up 13. They pulled it close, started the fourth. We're up 9, and then look at that. They basically made it a 1-point game. Not basically, it was. They never tied it, mental thing, and then we pulled away at the end. Camera back. But folks, this can't happen against a team that has 10 wins. You can't let them get back in the fourth quarter. I know you don't have your closers in Kuminga, Draymond, and Steph, but this just can't happen across the board. It's good that with Brandin and Moody and other people, we were able to pull away, but this should have been keep going like this, not like this, not like this. So that's disappointing to see. That's really disappointing to see. And again, folks, now you got OKC coming up next, 37-8. We are 23-23. The good thing is Podziemski looks like he's getting back to form. Young, healthier than he's been, should hopefully allow him to play more games moving forward. So, folks, comment your thoughts. You like what you see concerning that they came close at the end. It's Utah. Keep it in perspective. OKC, tonight, Steph playing. Hopefully, Draymond, Kuminga are not ready to play yet. Other than that, I think we have a full squad. Trade rumors, we keep you updated. Everything in between. Warriors land, let's get it. Comment your thoughts. Please subscribe. Help us grow to 8,000 fans. See you on the next video.